Yo. What's up, y'all? Pat, what's up? Jake, what's up, man? Oh, let's see if we can get everything. Do I remember how to do this? No, if I remember this. I'm good, man. Good. I just been working too much, man. Too many videos, too many things around the house, getting ready. Baby stuff, running all over the place. Let's see here. So thought I would get on this afternoon and try out a little bit of shiny hunting of the new weapons. See what I can pick up. Looks like I got, let's see here. Into this. Okay, so that one. There we go. Jake, did you win a Warframe channel, or did I win because you guys now have to talk about Warframe in the Warframe channel? Because, brother, we can both win. But I'll tell you right now, it's been nice not having ding, 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 ding. Feeling like I'm getting hit every 2 seconds, so. And I've already told you, I think all the stuff with Warframe is nice, but I think it's real nice. But I think the movement's nice. I think the I mean, it's lasted for this long, right? It's lasted a real long time, so. Okay, let me see here. I need to try to get both chats up. Stage 1 of your 3-stage plan. Interesting. What would be the rest of your stages? Can you lay those out for me? So I can know how I need to strafe these plans you got. All right, I need a mask. Okay, I need a Titan mark, so that's good that that's there. Stage 2, get me interested. So I'm already interested. I think the main thing is just being interested enough and not have enough interest in other games and somehow get more time, which is always the task. Always the task at hand. Let's go ahead and hit this since we're already at, guys, we are dangerously close to a world made up of only 500 gear. We're getting super close, brother. Super close. Let's throw this on here. So for context, we're at 495 overall. So 96, 96, 97 in our 3 weapon slots. 94, 93, 96, 96, and then 94 for the Titan mark. So we're going to see what we can do. I know that to get the shinies, realistically, I'm going to need to get into the actual event that I was thinking about. Actually, you know what? Let's just run to the event. Let's just hop in there. Flip this over here. Haunted Altars of Sorrow. Dun, 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 dun. Jake, did you see we're playing? We are confirmed for the D1 on Saturday. Yo, what's up, Cuban? How you doing, brother? Dun, 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 dun. We'll be on Xbox for D1 on Xbox. Cuban, I'm doing great, bro. I worked my ass off the last probably 24 hours, I'd say. I mean, I didn't work the entire 24 hours, but I've been working on this new video I'm working on. The new guide, the ultimate guide for exotic mission rewards. It doesn't sound as inspiring, but I promise you the video is a juicer. I promise. I mean, you guys know how much time and effort I put into the trying to help people get a Choir of One. Dakota, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? So think of the effort that I put into the new video, or think of all the effort I put into getting people to know how to get Choir of One, and then now I'm putting it into making sure everyone knows how to get every exotic. Brother, I knew you were gonna say that. And to be honest, you're based. Like I told you a long time, I have all the footage for it. I literally have all the footage for that Choir of One, or the Kavastok video. I desperately need to just find some time to make it, so. Cool, I'm good, man. I love seeing you in the server, bro. Welcome in. You have to let me know what you decide with your mythic character dilemma you're in, bro. I just don't think I could pass up getting what is widely considered the best character in the game to T6, bro. I just don't think that there's a shot you could do that, so. Because not only that, but I just don't even think that I don't think there's a world where they even nerf it. Like, I think it's just gonna continue to exist and be good, so. I did a night long. I did probably 2.5 hours. Oh, I said you'll have to let me know. Dakota, I said you'll have to let me know what you think about the decision you make with the Ning, and then I said that I can't. There's no world where I would be able to turn down the top ranking character in the game at T6. So. Taylor said, great idea. What you do is guide me through all the steps and then have all the footage in there. Honestly, I wish it was that simple. I promise I'll get it made at some point. Just ain't there quite yet. Taylor, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Thank you for listening to the podcast, bro. I love the back and forth I have right now. I saw, I don't know, I'm sure most of my old Destiny vets, they know who True Vanguard is, but he had a pretty cool post up on Twitter today, and he was talking about what it's looked like for him to branch out from D2 and do other games. Also, I got to remember that these enemies are actually like Grandmaster difficulty, because I just sit here and I just sit here and fight them the entire time, like as if they're nothing. But yeah, TV was talking about what it means to do, you know, all of this like variety content and stuff like that, and just his point of view and telling people that it is worth it to kind of branch off. And I found that with the Destiny Rising stuff, but I mean, you guys know I have a lot of love for both things, so. Dun, 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 dun. Well, Jake, okay, so what is the actual creator landscape around Warframe? I'm sure it's just inundated, isn't it? Because to be quite honest with you, brother, I ain't got much time to not, like, if I'm branching off to another game, I gotta be playing. I gotta be playing to get some footage, you know what I mean? With new baby on the way. So Teo, I've had a couple videos, and I mean, you've listened to the podcast. I'm not sure how many episodes of the podcast you've listened to. We're actually, this week, we're going to be talking a little bit about the state of the game in the podcast, and kind of like what our hopes and dreams for the future of it becomes. Still working out the cast for that one, who's all going to be around with us, but honestly, I'm pretty patient. Like, I'm a pretty patient person when it comes to it. Like, I've looked at Destiny 2, right? The things that we have in Destiny 2 right now that are the best, like what we consider for the entire history of D2, have been the things we waited for. We waited for Witch Queen. We waited for Final Shape. You know, waited for different pieces of content to come out. And from that, we've benefited. I'm not saying that I want them to delay Destiny Rising, do all this stuff. Destiny Rising is not dying. NetEase did not purchase the franchise, you know, access to the franchise. They've not put this development team on here. They're not reaching out to content creators around the globe. They're not releasing in China and working on doing these weekly updates and pushing out and having a, you know, Discord of over 200,000 people just to let it die. Now, unfortunately for us, right, the truth of the matter is there are always going to be content creators that, like Jake just said, they want to make a quick buck on that, right? They want to make a quick buck to say, like, hey, it's much easier to make videos that get views that are negative. But personally, for me, I don't think that that's a great way to build an audience. That's not the type of audience I want to build. And so that's not what I'm going to do. That's not to say I'm never going to be negative or say anything bad about the game, because on this week's podcast, I'm going to bring some criticisms of it when we're talking about what we hope for the future of the game and how we want to see it evolve. But to say that the game is not phenomenal, I mean, it can be something that people don't like. But this game is awesome. Destiny, I'm speaking about Destiny Rising. Destiny 2, okay, I don't know what I just died to. But Destiny 2 has its issues. But Destiny Rising definitely needs some help. Tiff says, Sax, can you review my account and see where I need to focus on? Are you talking about in Destiny Rising? In Destiny Rising, the best I can do for you, man. Oh, actually, this would probably be in D2 as well at this point. Is if you wanted to join my Discord, discord.gg/SaxPlaysGames, and we have a full dedicated portion of our Discord where you could kind of share and kind of let us know. Dude, I'm getting absolutely destroyed right now. If you wanted to share stuff and be like, hey, this is like, basically you could share pictures of what you got going on and stuff. That would probably be most helpful for me, so that I could help you, but then other people could help you too. Other people that may have experience with like some of the characters that you have, stuff like that. So. Shifty, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Delicacy Devourer. Sounds good, Tiff. Yep, discord.gg. Or actually, if you do in chat, ! Discord, it should give you the link for it if you want to do that. I forgot we got it on the YouTube side now. Well, now you're, yeah, I mean, even with doing that on Expanse like that, just getting the one key, I mean, you're starting to climb, you're starting to get better on that front, and it'll become easier over time. So. Oh, I don't know why it says you're lurking when you do that as well. I'll have to change that. Good stuff, brother. You been playing any of this new expansion? Or I'm sorry, the new event? I do be lurking for. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do that, bro. Remind me to not play this event without a sword on. Regular guy says, what do you think the future for Rising is in realistic terms? Player base is falling. In-game players speak on stagnant content. I fear the gacha machine will do what it does best. Thoughts? So, here's what I will say. And you guys know this if you've listened to the podcast at all. You know that I'm not the most in-depth when it comes to gacha. You know, the gacha mechanics of it all. So you may very well know better than I do on the gacha side. But playing games as long as I have, being around for the roller coaster that has been Destiny 2, I think that the key point and the key thing that people seem to be missing right now is the content cycle we just made our way through is everything that was in the alpha, everything that was in the beta, which the top players, the people who are those, like regular guy, what you just mentioned, right? The people who are the in-game players, the people who are pushing, the people who love it more than anything, they've already played it probably twice all the way through. So my big thing is to say, like, what was my favorite stuff that came out of the expansion, right? Or I'm sorry, the launch time period for the game. Well, my personal favorite time or favorite stuff was the story. I thought the story was fantastic. That's what I would tell people to play for. Now, I love the characters and stuff, but honestly, the end game for Destiny Rising hasn't caught me as much as I wish it would, right? Like, I'm not personally driven too strongly by the concept of, hey, let's just make every character as maxed as possible. You can only play one at any time. You can only, you know, there's only so many things you need at any given time. So I don't personally get driven by, oh my God, there's a new character in the game, drive it. Now, I do know some people do that, right? Like, they feel that way. And to that, you know, I don't know. This might not be the game for them. But for me personally, I think if we give them time to cook, right, and say, hey, we're about to see, you know, Hellhest in this time period, they never promised we were getting fully new content. They never promised we were getting, like, a full new activity, or they never promised we were getting this, that, and the next. All they said was we were getting new characters. And so we've gotten everything that they've that they promised us. And so we got to be okay with that, and then expect that when they say in the developer update earlier this week, they come out on Monday or Tuesday rather, and they say, hey, we're ramping up our cycle for development because we know that we're not challenging in-game players. We know that you guys are basically, they just came out and said, y'all are ravenous and y'all are going after it. When they say something like that, that just lets me know, hey, we gotta take them at face value. Like, what do they say? They haven't proven anything to me other than they are genuinely listening. Like, they're trying to get us going. So, to answer your question, the question was, what do I think for the future of Destiny Rising in realistic terms? Realistically, I think that I'm hoping that they're gonna do, kind of what we've seen. I wish Marshall would go ahead and die here so we can soft lock. Realistically, I think that if we can sit here and we can say, what are they telling us? Are they going to continue communicating with us? Are they going to continue to look? I mean, I think they set a good precedent with this Estella buff, right? They said this is a character that you guys paid for, that we had intentions for, that was going to perform in a certain manner at this point in the game, and it didn't hit the mark, right? We brought this new character out, and this character's not performing in the way that we thought it was going to. And so what did they do? They said, hey, we're going to buff this character so that it does what we intended for it to do. So yeah, I think that my way of saying it, jokingly, is like, hey, we need to take a chill pill. We need to dial it back a little bit. Play some other stuff. Like anyone who's trying to main Destiny Rising, they need to remember this is a gacha game. It is a game we can play on PC. It is also a mobile game. It's supposed to be something that you pick up, and I think of it as additive. So, Gray, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I think the server conjoining or merging, whatever you want to call it, I think that's going to be a great step for it. I know that. I think that, some people could take that as like, oh my God, it's so unhealthy. That's why they got to merge it. Well, maybe, but at the same time, I know a lot of people were saying that they really wanted the servers merged in the first place, right? Like all along, they've wanted the servers merged. So, Trey, what's up, brother? Checking in the stream before work. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for hopping in. I hope you have a great work day. I hope you make $1 and your boss makes a dime, bro. If not, go shit on company time. Yeah, like I wanted servers to be conjoined from the beginning, right? Like have them all be one, but at the same time, I mean, they make good points, right? Not only do we have to consider the actual like infrastructure of our PCs, right? Like our home networks, but then we also have to consider the cellular networks, right? Because there are people playing on mobile. So, all right, tier 5 unfall. Yeah, I just find it to be a bit lofty, but I also don't want to diminish the voices of those people who have more experience with me or than I do with gacha stuff and things like that. So, regular guy, to your question, I'm not trying to diminish this stuff. Like there could be nefarious gacha mechanics turning the corner, right? Like right around the corner, and it's like, oh my God, it's coming. I don't know. I don't know about all that, and I've been the first one to say that. You guys know that. If you've watched any of my Destiny Rising content, I've been the dude who's straight up been like, hey, I don't know that much about the game, but I love it. I love the world of Destiny. I think it's a great game. I think it's a game that every Destiny player would at least appreciate, even if you don't main it. So, I think it's it. Jay, you think the Hellhest event was scummy? What do you think was scummy about it? I already know, but I want to see what you say. So my big thing, and I said it on the podcast, and I'll say it again, is that the main issue I see right now, and I'll probably say it, so sorry you guys are here in the stream, but my main issue and what I think they need to fix for the end game, for me, is they need to move away from everything end game related being how fast can you go. Like if they can move it away and say, if they can say how long can you survive, how many ads can you kill, how many, you know, like just actual boss, like maybe just like boss rush type deals, things like that. Like if they can get away and say, hey, we're not going to have it be run, go. You have to be as fast as possible. You have to unstuck glitch to get to the top of the thing so you can get the in-game stuff. But if they say, hey, I want to be a character that is an absolute tank. All my Ikora mains that are out there that just absolutely, I'm sorry, not Ikora, Yolder. I guess Ikora as well, but Yolder mains that are out there say, hey, I want to be the tank. I want to plant the bubble in the middle of the field, and I want to shred anything that even thinks about coming close to me. Well, right now we can't. You can't do that. Like anyone can tell me like, oh my God, Ikora, you know, Yolder's, I keep getting Yolder and Ikora mixed in my head. Yolder's S tier, all this stuff. Yolder is good at what she's good at, but what she's not good at is what the game wants it to be good at. Like, the game wants you to be fast. The game wants you to be nimble. The game wants you to shred any type of shield, any kind of champ that's in front of you. You put a piercing champ in front of Yolder, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. Like, what are you gonna do? Regular guy says you had a whole retort that got deleted. Oh, that wasn't me, brother. I don't know what that was. Appreciate the response. Yes, my comment was based on movement and how it seems other characters are shadowed due to. Yeah, bro. If we can get them to double down and expand, right? That's what I made that pun on the podcast this week, but said if they can expand the expanse, right? They can, yeah, they can just like spread it out and say, hey, we're going to, you know, they're going to go ahead and have an expanse level, like another tier that is specifically for survivability, like a Destiny 2 onslaught type situation, horde mode, something of that sort, and then flip over, you know, and have, I'm perfectly fine with the speed run. I think it's super cool seeing people go fast. Like it's super fun. But if you had to do things that had to do, I don't know, like skill-based things, like you guys know like the liminality mission, the liminality strike inside of Destiny 2, where you got to like slip under, on top, you got to get through different things, you got to carry orbs and get from one place to the next. What if we did like an obstacle course type thing where it's tying a lot of mechanics together? I know we got a little bit of that in the Expanse, or Singularity Chaos, things of that sort. But what if they really took it to the limit, right? They said like, hey, we're going to see how you can really navigate and use some of these abilities to your advantage, right? Like use some movement abilities and see how your artifacts are already, are actually cooked up and stuff like that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. So, all right. I need gauntlets bad. Gauntlets are lacking. Yeah, dude, I really agree with you there. I think speed run is cool. I'm okay if they want to have like speed run leaderboards, they want to do all that. Throw them a bone. Like you can throw some materials in there, but you cannot lock, in my opinion, you cannot lock the most valuable, like pound for pound, the most valuable materials. You cannot lock them behind the ability to go as fast as possible, use glitches to get out of bounds or to get pulled forward and all this stuff in Calamity. And then just, I think that's a terrible system. I think it's a terrible system. So Teo said, heard you and others speak about swapping events from weekdays to weekends. I've not talked about that, but that is interesting. I'm not sure who else. I'm not sure who talked about that, but that's I play a lot on the afternoon, or like throughout the week, like I'll trickle through, so it doesn't really change too much for me, but I understand that could be something for other people. Jake says, I know order was meant to be story kind of, but I think it'd be sick if the orders. Yeah, no problem, brother. Thanks for stopping in, man. Trey, thank you for the jewels, bro. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Again, trying to figure out what those do. Black Inferno, what's up, man? How you doing? See you, Trey. Have a good day at work, man. Tess, how's it going? Oh, you're good, Teo. I'll be completely honest. My life right now, I often don't even know what day of the week it is. So, much love from Scotland. Heck yeah, man. I want to get to Scotland bad at some point. So, ooh, what are you being for Halloween, Tess? What you thinking? Yeah, that ever since I started doing this full time, this content creation thing, I can't keep track of what day of the week it is ever. I never know. She was a maid before it became a Warframe, huh? Interesting. All right. Let's get some more deadly maid. Interesting. Tess, I'm good. I went and had dinner with Heather, or I'm sorry, I had lunch with Heather. Had to get out of the house for just a little bit, and then thanks, Teo. Yeah, I grew up, my family were like on stage and on mic a lot, so I like heard my grandpa, my mom, and different people speaking on stage and kind of being articulate and having that. So I kind of picked it up naturally from there. So I appreciate that, man. Raising canes with your grandparents. Heck yeah. I like Zaxby's a lot. We got a Zaxby's around the corner I need to go to more. I don't hardly ever, but. Dun 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 dun. Boo doo 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 doo. All right, let's see here. I should have changed I should have put the sword back on. Ooh, that's a great question. So, what are you thinking about specifically? Are you thinking about Destiny Rising specifically? Because I could speak to that, regular guy. Or are you thinking more broadly? Is there a different game, something of that sort? Because Destiny Rising, honestly, bro, it's still so new. You just start, man. I think the more the merrier, especially this early in the game. The more people that can be reached, the better we're all going to benefit, right? So, the main thing I would say is try your best to just find your unique perspective on it. That's why, like, we got some creators that are just so skilled, so talented, and they just know certain things. That's why, like I said this whole time, I don't know nearly as much about the gotcha stuff, so I'm not even going to play into that, right? Like, I'm going to learn over time, and as I develop, I'll speak on it from that perspective. But I know that I can provide value in a long-form podcast type thing, right? And I saw that early on, and I saw that people were interested in it, doing that. So, do you have experience with, like video editing, stuff of that sort? Because that's one of the hardest. I mean, that is the hardest part for most people, because there's not really a world. Like, there are AI tools and there's stuff that you can use. Like, not even talking about just creating the content, but things that are like, let's say you were streaming, and then you can use tools that will take care of some of the stuff. But that is by far the hardest part. I would start by trying to make like YouTube shorts or TikToks. That's what I did. And then you can delve into longer form videos if you want to. The hardest part about being a content creator, and this is going to sound like, see ya, Teo. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you, bro. The hardest part that I found from the content creation piece is you have to be a master of many things. So, like for me, I have to be a master of scheduling, a master of thumbnails, titles, concepts for videos, coming up with things that people actually would want to watch, and then helpful things. Like if it's a YouTube short, usually all my stuff is like it's either funny things or cool things that happen during stream, or it's more along the lines of things that are helpful, right, people? Not a baiter. I don't have to be a baiter, Jake, but for that, but. And then, yeah, you just have to be able to kind of community management as well, right? Like we have our Discord that we run, and obviously I got a lot of help with that and stuff, but trying to figure out what that looks like and just how it merges together. And then project management, right? Like if you're trying to do a longer project and what actually is good. And then for me, my time management has been rough ever since I started. Ever since I started doing it full time, that's been the hardest part, is doing it full time and knowing the, knowing when I need to put it away. So honestly, dude, if you have a Reddit background with that kind of stuff, man, you might lean into that, right? And like take whatever knowledge and information you've been able to glean from that side of things and push that forward. I don't know what it looks like to be big on Reddit from if there's a content creation, like an actual path to that, or if that's just more of a, you're commenting on stuff or creating posts that are helpful and stuff. But like I have a podcast coming out, in the next day or two with Mossy Max, which is a big guy from the Destiny 2 side of things, right? He's made a ton of Destiny data science posts and things like that, and he started specifically on Reddit doing stuff. So that I literally just figured that out right there. I didn't realize that, so appreciate you letting me know. I had no clue that they dropped treats and stuff. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you need to post as many videos as possible. What I would say is if you start posting videos, my suggestion to anyone who wants to do it is make yourself post a video every day for 30 days. It is tough, bro. It is tough. You think it's not? Like you think it wouldn't be tough? It is hard, bro. You'll get in the mix. You'll be in there day 12, and you'll be like, how many more days of this do I have to do in a row? But you'll start learning them shortcuts on your keyboard for it. You'll start developing things like that too. If you pick up hats, you stack buffa. I liked it the first way, Bat. I liked it better. Oh, look. The turret has a hat on it. Is that because it got upgraded, or is that just an accident? Buffa. Oh, that's cool. Damn, dude. Yeah, no problem, bro. Yeah, it's and my challenge, depending on the type of content you would be wanting to make, you want to make sure that you there were times that I made videos because as a content consumer of Destiny content, right? Like as a consumer of Destiny content is the best way to say it. I knew that like, oh, these are videos that I watched. But that's not exactly who I make videos for. I don't make videos for people like me necessarily. I make videos for oftentimes for new or returning players. Like that's kind of been my mission statement for a lot of things with the channel. And I miss the mark sometimes, like when the Edge of Fate released, because I was making content that was more along the lines of what I thought someone like me would want. Some of my content that circled around the new raid, not that it was bad content, but like there's a lot of new and returning players who just simply don't give a damn about the raid, right? Because they're like, they don't even think they're gonna do it. And to be quite frank, there's a lot of people who don't ever raid, right? Not saying they couldn't do it, they're just not going to. They don't have interest in it, or they don't want to put the effort in. That's fine. So that's why, like, I've had people ask me, is like, well, Sax, are you gonna make raid content? You know, are you gonna make a raid guide and stuff like this? And I'm like, I don't really, at this point, I don't really think that that's something I ever want to do. I do internally for our Discord, but I don't know that I need to make content for the channel. So do 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 do. All right. Yeah, I mean, do what you need to, man. But I think I started short form, right? Like I started that and then doing a started short form, and then we pushed on into the long form stuff. And I honestly do not, like, no one should ever knock the short form content, because dude, it's a great way to jumpstart your channel. Okay, let's see here. I'll be getting close, right? Oh, it's over there. I know it would have been tough because I don't think they have other areas for this, but it would have been nice had they put like some other locations for this too. Yeah. I find that shorts, like, people would rather chain shorts, meaning, like, give them something to do from a, like, multiple shorts doing things like that, and then they would do a, you know, just watch them back to back to back, rather than doing like a, oh my god, here's everything in one video. Now, there is a time and place for that, but keep your shorts short. That's the name for it, so. Chill guy, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Oh! It's almost like I shouldn't jump directly over the boss. Good, man. Good. We're just vibing. Playing for a little bit before the wife gets off. We got some friends coming over this evening, so we'll, I'll be offline this evening. And they leave tomorrow, so. Yeah, if you hit individual mechanics and things for the raids and stuff like that, that could be pretty effective. All right, let me see here. We got a $4.99. Y'all, we getting close. We getting so close. So close right now. The other thing, too, I'll say, that has worked well for me for content creation is when you make long-form videos, if you can find a way to creatively set them up so that you have the potential to dice it up and use it for other, like for short-form content, that is a really, really effective thing early on. That was massive for me. For instance, here, I can just show you. We'll see how this works on the channel here. So if I go videos, right? If I go down here, and this is something that I've not done as well for the Destiny Rising side of it, but sorry, I'm gonna have to go quite a bit back to hit this. Let's see here. So for reference, if I look at this video right here, this one, which is the exotic top 50 exotic weapons and how to get them in 2025. Actually, I don't know what I got. I got a typo in there, huh? Did not know that. Let's see here. Fix that real quick. I think I just changed the verbiage on that recently. But anyways, I went in and created that video. And then, honestly, Jake, that's something I need to do more research on. And I think that would actually be a good video. That I should make. Where's this video at, bro? There it is. Cool. All right, it's fixed. So anyways, This video right here, top 50 Destiny 2 exotic weapons and how to get them in 2025. That's not the original title, right? Like I've adjusted that title over time. However, check this out. Okay, so that has 47,000 views. It's a pretty good video. I have a tool here that shows you it's a 48 times outlier on the channel. So specifically when I created the video, that was a huge outlier at the time. You can see this was a underperforming video right next to it that only got 416 views. So, you know, compare and contrast, right? You look at the two things back and forth. Some of these videos perform better than others, but this one was a very good performing video. However, look at this. If I go to shorts and I go to popular, this video right here, make sure you guys can see it on the short form side of it. Buy these weapons from the exotic kiosk. You can see I have a thumbnail on here. Top Destiny 2 exotics purchased from the exotic kiosk. That is the name of the video. That's all it is. Has been viewed 230,000 times. And that is just a short portion of that original video. Why? YouTube loves showing that to people. I have no clue, but YouTube loves showing it to people. And I'm happy about it. But every single day, it's one of my top videos of all time. Like, it just constantly shows up and is just there. And so, for whatever reason, YouTube really likes showing it to people. But not only that one, I have this one here. How to get Choir of One in the Edge of Fate. How to get, you know, I don't know, just all these different ones. Top featured exotic weapons. Like, these are just different videos. Best in-game weapons. Like, these are all ones that have been cut out of the original thing. So, let's yap. Get out of here, Jake. Get out of here, bro. Let's see here. This is a 98. It's not nearly as good as I wish it was. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's been funny because there's some people that, like, early on, they get frustrated by the fact that I clip things out of the podcast. I'm like, bro, if you only knew the amount of people who would not click on a video that's 45 minutes long, but they'll click on the same exact video that's just a portion of the video for 30 minutes. It'd be dumb of me not to do that, like, to reach those people, right? Like, it's just what I got to do for it. And I know not everyone loves it, you know, because they're like, and I appreciate it too, because I think the spirit behind it, some is them being a little frustrated, right? Because they're like, oh, I wanted a new video. And some of them is like, well, they got baited. I didn't tell them it was anything else, right? Like, literally the name and the title and the thumbnail of the video is exactly what the video is. It's just that they've already watched the podcast. And so you may have recently seen I've started putting at the beginning of the podcast. I'm sorry, at the beginning of the breakouts, I've been putting in there saying, hey, just so you know, this is a portion of the podcast. If you've listened to that already, you've already seen this, just so people can click off of it if they need to. So 99.99 versus 100. All right. Let's see here. If I can get a Titan mark for this, this will juice me up. Ah, it's a chess piece. That's all right. It's +3. See you, bro. Sounds good, man. Good luck out there, bro. Bushido plate. Let's do this up too. They did, Jake. Yep. It's for an extra week now, which is good. Honestly, they should, with the state of everything and where it's at. I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't like that at the beginning. So, but I've been saying that a lot recently. Do 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 do. Love my Halloween event going to the middle of November. It's kind of like we may still have the Halloween event in Destiny 2 when people start playing Christmas music. I can get rid of this now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I do know that the I'm happy that it's where it is right now. Like, was it from Bungie that tweeted that out? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. I forgot these dudes got little hats. Oh, come on. He like jumped at the same time I meleeed, so my melee missed. Streamer washed. Streamer washed. Get wrecked, streamer. Oh, I think I've been rezzed. Oh, I didn't realize it. Fuck! All right, I'm up this time. I'm paying attention. Real Cree, what's up, man? How you doing? Sorry I had to dip to go to do dinner yesterday, man. We my wife had come down a couple of times, give me those eyes like, hey, are we gonna eat dinner? Like, yeah. Okay, when? I was like, yeah, I need to get off here. We were so close to finishing Encore though, so I wanted to finish it. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I saw that Grave had mentioned he was having some issues, so I appreciate you doing that, man. I was trying to figure out because I thought at first when you guys were hanging out so much that maybe you guys knew each other before coming into the server, but then you made it clear that like you guys did not know each other. You had just met at some point. I thought that was really cool. So I've been to Oklahoma a couple times. OKC specifically. I used to help on staff with a church that was based out of OKC. Oh, really? Nice. People's Church. People's Church. Oh! I always want to go clean my vault out so I don't kick a bunch of things out for, Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I know they have a couple of locations there in the OKC area. Can't remember what their main campus was. That's the only one I went to. But I wasn't in Oklahoma. I helped at one of their locations that was out of state, actually, so. But then we moved, so that's why I'm not doing it anymore. Good people, thems. Good people. Oh, I wanted that hat. I don't think you can get it on a melee kill, though. Probably not tonight, Jake, because we got friends that are coming over. I wish we could do it sooner. It's hard to, like, the hardest part about waiting, yes, Real Creep, you'll just need to do it. You will need to do it on that expert mode. But yeah, that's how you'll get it. There's no special quest or anything at this point. But Jake, what I was saying is the hardest part about having to wait as long as we do is that if I'm going to be gaming and stuff, I don't want to wait that long to get into my first thing for the night, right? Because usually at that point, I'm about ready to hop off. I know you are too. So like I already have stuff planned and I'm like, well, I got to do something else for these hours leading up into it. So a lot of stuff I'm doing, I don't know that I'm going to be done with it, right? So he's not here to defend himself, so you can say that. I don't know that I'll say it, but honest to God, I might. I have no idea, dude. I got no idea what my life's about to look like when once baby shows up. The child. You can let in a child. All I know is my priority is not going to be a video game. So I've said that for years, though. That whenever the time came. So gonna have to be choosy. Also, you know, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I mean, we'll have maternity leave, you know, that my wife will take. And then, but when she goes back to work, my day's going to get weird. So yeah. And I mean, I'm not expecting that immediately I'll stop gaming and stuff, but right now, right? Like our existence is pretty much like, hey, we come together, we eat food, you know, when I'm talking about like when Heather gets home, we eat together, and then she wants to do her own thing, decompress in the evening. She's fine if I do my own thing, so I play and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna take some time off. So I'm hoping it'll be perfectly timed, because the new, like the expansion for, like if you guys think about it, this would be the time for Renegades essentially that I would be off, because it's going to be like 4 months after. The due date's mid-April, so we'll have all December, January, February, March, and then it'll be 5 months into Renegades, dude. So I love the excitement for doing that, dude. Let's go, bro. All right, so that's my class item. So let's see where that drops. If that hits a 500, that's gonna be a +6 juicer, bro. That'll take me fully to 498. Excuse me. It's 500. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I got 2 500s. We got 500 gauntlets, which is a +2. We got a 500 helm, which is a +4. Holy crap. 500, which is a +4. Oh my god, that was such a juicer, bro. Here, let me grab a screenshot. Helio, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? So this is where I was at before, okay? That one run. I think there might even been a weapon in the mix there. Oh, yeah. Another +2. Holy shit, dude. What up, brother? Hey, it's a good time to be an Indiana sports fan. I'll tell you what now. I will tell you what, bro. Bop, bum, bop, bop, bop. So I got a dude. IU basketball, so not IU basketball, Indiana Pacers making it last year, and that was in this year. That was in this year, but making it to the NBA Finals. The Colts are playing ridiculous. IU has had 2 banger back-to-back years. Notre Dame played really well last year as well, if you count that. Fuck Purdue. And then we have, I don't know. It's just a great time to be an Indiana sports fan. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out game. Okay. All right. Hey, look at this. Look at this, Jake. Jake asked the question earlier, can a washed streamer hit 500? I need an energy weapon, a chest piece, and a power weapon. God, we're close. Do-do-do-do-do-doop. Do-do-do-do-doop. Almost, brother. But that was an insane boost right there, bro. +2, +4, +2, +4, +6, bro. This one over here, this is Destiny power bars. Here, I'll drop it in. Let me just drop it in these chats real quick. So what even is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was a +18. The only higher one I've had was a plus. I had a +20 one time, but that was a +18 drop single run. Oh yeah, so here's what I like. I was iffy about it just because it looked kind of sketchy because it like ends in .dev at the end of it, and I'm like, I don't know. And I didn't want to pop it up just on stream when I'd not looked at it before. But I will give you credit. That's a very, very good site. I like using any sites that are just focused. Like, I don't need everything. I can't even keep track of everything, bro. All right, let's go hit 500. Let's do. Anyone on the game right now want to run one of these? I was gonna run this Conductor's Keep. First come, first serve if anyone wants to play. You don't have to. Grave, it seemed like you've been enjoying D2 recently. I know it felt like you took a break there for a while, but. For some reason, when people post the exclamation point. All right, real quick. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Let me grab your thing real quick. What is it? 2022? Yeah. Yeah, Grave, there's kind of like this weird dynamic with it, right? Like where like what you just said is like, I'm liking it, but not, I don't have enough reasons to play. I think that's where a lot of people are right now. Oh, that's what it is. Maybe. No. I fucked up. I can't figure out why. Can't figure out why when someone uses the exclamation point in Discord on YouTube side, it says that they're also lurking, but I'll figure it out. Atlas Universe, if they put better guns, I'd actually like the event. That's fair. I like the guns. Well, specifically, I like the SMG, but I got some sick, dude. I actually need to try this one out a little more. This Arcane Embrace here, dual loader with Volt Shot. I think that could be wild, bro. So I'll give it a shot. Grave, maybe what you're doing that's made me think you're playing more is the fact that you have you like post or you mention when you're playing more, so it like makes me think that you're playing more. So you know what I mean? Like it's more a bias of every time you play you post something about playing, which makes me think that maybe you're not posting and you're playing other times too. Atlas says, take legendary bows out of the game already. I could agree. I'd be okay with that. I'm glad you didn't say all bows though, because I love me a good Le Monarch. I love me a good Trinity Ghoul. I love me a good Wish Ender. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wish Ender. I've been working on my exotic mission thing, so I've been saying Wish Keeper too much. Tiku's needs a rework. Tiku's needs to be brought up with the actual like Solar 3.0 like verbiage and stuff. Because Tiku's came out before that was a thing, and I don't think they've ever formally updated it. I need to run it again too. I accidentally missed one of the catalysts. I missed one data pad at the very end. Yeah. If they could give Tiku's a formal like 3.0 element rework, I would absolutely agree with you, Bat. But instead they just went with Hierarchy of Needs, which is a good bow, but they just, you know, they kind of let that overshadow. They almost said like, hey, Tiku's was the alpha or the beta test, and then we do have a lot of SMGs again. We are in a heavy SMG meta, which I am perfectly fine with. Grave, have you gotten a good bow from the raid yet? I love the feeling of it. Oh, I guess I don't have this data pad. Cool. Oh, you're talking about the are you talking about the crossbow? I was talking about the SMG, sorry. Dude, that final, here's my hot take. I think anyone could take or leave 3 out of the 4 epic versions of the raid. I don't think there's any added benefit to running epic for the first 3 encounters. Grave, you have to do the final encounter, brother. We should just start taking people through the final encounter. Also, I need to talk to you because I need to figure out what you're up to, what you got going on Saturday. Because I may need someone to, I may need someone who has experience playing Destiny 1 on Xbox. I didn't know if you'd have any interest in playing with us. Oh yeah, we're D1 rating, but I'd like to, Jake, what I want to do is I want to start a little earlier if we can. It might be earlier than we can get a full raid team for. And I want to do like some of the raids and stuff, like the Bond Brothers raid, or I'm sorry, Strike and stuff like that. I don't like that they put the hats on on the exploders. I don't think you have to have live anymore to play. I don't think so. I don't think I do. And I was able to play with Jake last week. Yeah, I did a match of it and it kind of pissed me off. The spawns on the new like Neomuna looking map, not Neomuna map, pyramid ship map, pissed me off. I still need to figure it out. I know Revolt's not usually available until a little later. With the kids and stuff. I think his cutoff's usually like 8:30 Eastern, but I'd like to get started before that, but I may play, if they're around with Snowy and Jake, earlier than that. So I would say like an 8:30, something like that. But yeah, if you want to get in on some Xbox gaming with us, bro, that'd be awesome. No. What I'm saying is, if we can do, what I'm hoping we could do, Jake, is like instead of starting at like fucking 9 p.m. Eastern time, right? Because what are you, like 6 or 7 hours ahead of us? Like, what time is it for you right now, Jake? Yeah, that's fine, Grave. That's fine. Okay, so you're six hours, so it'd be, gotcha. I thought you were saying 6 p.m. I was like, okay, he's a lot closer than I thought he was. Yeah. Oh, it's almost 9? So that's you're only 5 hours ahead of me then. It's 3:47 where I'm at. It's probably due to like the daylight savings time. But I think we're about to fall back. I think that's when it's gonna become 6 again. So I guess what I was thinking, Jake, is we could technically do like or does that get closer? Oh, I see. Oh, you know what? You know what's crazy about daylight savings time? Last year I was in Italy when daylight savings time happened, and I was on a cruise, so we were going to like different ports, different locations, and I hit daylight savings time I think 4 times last year, because it happened at different times in different places. Like when I was going like in the different countries we were stopping it. So I had to change, and I could never keep straight like what time it actually was due to stuff. It was the most insane thing ever. I just happened to be over there when it was happening. So Shadow Gamer 12, thank you for subscribing on YouTube, man. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, but that's what I was thinking, Jake, is we could, in theory, I could start earlier. I could start around like a 6 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. is probably good. My time, which would still be a little late for you guys, but not nearly as late as it has been, right? Oh, nice. Hey, it's free. It's free, bro. Diamond, square, triangle. Diamond, diamond, square, triangle. I'm about out of ammo here. Diamond, square, triangle, square, diamond. Diamond, square, triangle. Is that a triangle? I can't see. Square, diamond. That's all she wrote. Let's go. Oh my God. Is that the same for Snowy too, Jake? Okay. I knew you guys weren't, at least you guys made it seem like you didn't live all that close to each other. Eli Poetica, thank you for subscribing on YouTube, man. Appreciate you, bro. Greatly appreciated. All right, do we do it here? What are the chances we get an energy weapon, a power weapon, and chest armor? Well, yeah, but I live in the same country as Wyoli, and we don't have the same time. And there's parts of our country that don't even do daylight savings, so. Okay, so I got the chest armor. 500 on the chest. I got you. I got the 500 for the power weapon. That is true. What is the comparison? States that are bigger than the UK. Oregon, Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, obviously, Alaska, obviously, Michigan. I did not expect Michigan. Well, and I think the time zone conversation is not nearly as, it's not, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it's as much about how large it is, and it's more about how wide it is, right? So the length at which you would go. The girth, some would say. Dot, 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 dot. The length of the UK. $874 miles. Honestly, your country kind of looks like a dick, bro. Kind of looks like it's got a little something, something down here, and then I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie about it. I didn't realize, I mean, it makes sense, but I did not realize that it was fully. I mean, dude, I've driven in the car in one day further than from the furthest south point to the furthest top point in the UK. That is kind of crazy, though. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I need an energy weapon. Rail Creep, thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate you, bro. Can I get... Can a brother get an energy weapon? Are there any focusables? This is comp, but I can't ever get loaded into comp, so... Don't think I'm going to do that. Ooh, I just got a bunch of bonus drops from that, though, bro. Ooh. Let's see if we can do this. Real creepy down, bro. This will guarantee... I've not done this since it came back. Let's do it. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Know what? The efficiency of leveling at this point is absolutely nutty, dude. Absolutely no. I've not done this since it came back. Magic, thank you for following the channel. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude, did you go pick up your did you pick up your stuff out of the tower already as well? From that chest by Ikora? You found me from Rising. Heck yeah, man. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, dude, just keep hitting those green engrams. That's all I got to say for you. If you do that, you're going to be chilling. Once you hit 450, you start dropping those tier 5s, you won't know what to do with yourself. Because I can say that because I don't know what to do with myself. Shrimp Poppy. Yeah, man, I'm actually kind of working on a video for that. I don't know how much I like the no power reset thing, man. I think we're gonna run into a similar situation to where we've been most of this season, but just for a different reason, right? Like people have been like, well, I have no reason to level because I have no reason to play the game because I don't need to level to do any of the in-game activities. It's like, okay, so what you're saying is you don't need to do this. And this is what people are saying right now, like they have been. Like the only thing is to get tier 5 loot, but as soon as I can do that, I'm not going to level up anymore. Well, okay, so if I hit 550 right now, what reason after I finish all the stuff for the expansion am I going to have to play? Well, if this was a normal game, it wouldn't matter, right? Because you just play the campaign, you play whatever, and then you just come back to it if and when you want to. But right, they want us to log in every week. I don't know, dude. We'll see, though. See how it goes for them. I'm not trying to be a doomer about it. I'm just saying, like, I'm not fully convinced that that's where we need to go with it. Yeah, I mean, there's no game that personally for me, there's no game that feels as good to shoot in. I mean, just dude, the raw ability to kill stuff efficiently in this game with cool guns, you know, for as many faults and stuff that don't work with this game as often, this is one of, when it comes to the actual sandbox of it and the interaction of the different pieces, like, it might not work as Bungie said it's going to, but the stuff always interfaces with each other, if that makes sense. So they may tell us in a TWAB, like, hey, oh, this is supposed to work this way. And it might not, right? Like, it might not get a buff or something of that sort, but... Grave, I'm with you, man. I think we should... I think to hit max power, you should be doing the hardest stuff in the game. So I think honestly the fact that nothing compares to Destiny is one of the Destiny's biggest issues. Like, everyone talks about the Destiny killers. Everyone talks about the fact that, like, Bungie, you know, oh my god, this game's gonna be the end of Bungie. Bro, like, look at Borderlands. Borderlands did not kill Destiny 2, right? I'm not saying it's not good, and I'm not saying that it didn't like perpetuate the fact that there's an issue, but it did not kill Destiny 2, right? Like, they're not doing the live service game deal. They're not doing not nearly as effectively as, like, Bungie is, so. I mean, it's like any company, right? It's like anything in the world. That's why not only does, like, the FTC work to try to ensure that there's not monopolies and stuff like that, but it's not just for the benefit of, like, oh my god, this company, don't let it get too big. No, it's for the fact that, like, it's best for consumers, for there to be other options. And that goes for everything in life, not just, you know, not just fucking phones and web platforms and GPUs, but it goes for anything. If you don't have two vendors who sell milk at your grocery store, you're fucked, dude. Guess what? They can sell it for whatever they want to. Brother, give me that hat. Serious, what's up, man? I will say, every time I greet you, brother, I activate my phone. My iPhone thinks I'm talking to it every time. Yeah, and that was kind of my point too, Magic. You know, is that Borderlands 4 is not, like, it's not considered a live service game, right? Like, they have live service aspects to it and things that they're trying to do, rollouts and post campaign content and stuff of that sort, but it's not a live service game. And so until something comes out that actually challenges, so there's only two ways that Bungie would adapt and really realistically change what they're doing. The first is competition coming out and actually threatening their player base. And the second would be that players just stop playing. We're real close to the second one. And you'd hit the wombo if we can get the first one as well. But we've not got that yet, so. Hell yeah. Nice, man. Get that Kavasta, brother. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been a big proponent of the D3 conversation. I think it's necessary as well, but I also don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's just going to change. I think it's going to have to change what it's doing, and so unless Bungie wants to try to subsidize it with some other studios and try to breathe new life back into it, or you know, they want to let everything flounder, but all right, y'all, this should be it. Let's see. Hell yeah. 500 completed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, bro. 500 across the board. I don't think I got anything above 500. Yeah, because everything was still under. So now I'm hitting the place where I really gotta start paying attention to how many copies of things I got. Because do any of these drop above 500, or is that where we start getting capped now? Magic, I've said the exact same thing, brother. We're on the same wavelength. We're on the same wavelength, man. I've said a couple of times that I wish that they would let Destiny ride into the sunset, finish Renegades, maybe do one more release or one more like hefty release, like a Into the Light, 30th anniversary style thing where like, hey, we're going to put a couple more new things in the game, but this is kind of like a, you know, going to give you some sort of Pantheon type, maybe like a honestly, what would be cool is if they left us with some sort of like Pantheon style boss rush that's permanently in the game that could drop all of the loot from the different activities. It'd be really cool, like from the raids and stuff. And then they just say, hey, we're going to go work on this, and people would hate it and people would be frustrated. They just would, you know, but it's better than things limping along if they're going to. I don't know if they're going to, but we'll see. You hated your team so much? That's funny, man. All right, 502s. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. It was a very, very, very difficult thing to get more people through it. You know, we actually didn't spend too much time on Riven because we always do it legit anyway, so. Oh no. I jumped to my death. I was trying to turn the corner. Yeah, I can see enjoying the exploration there. Yeah, there's something to the mentality of going ahead and putting a new number at the end of the game, right? Destiny 3 instead of Destiny 2. I think there's like a psychology to there. I'm no expert, right? But there's something to that they should have done. Even if it wasn't going to be the most effective thing in the world, I think it would have been better than... honestly, Final Shape should have been big ending. Even if they wanted to continue doing the... What I think they should have done is got done with the Final Shape. Once they finish the Final Shape, they should have... If they wanted to go ahead and do the episodes, let the episodes be what they were. Get them out. I mean, hell, we got Choir of One. It's my favorite exotic they've ever put in the game. And then go ahead and just let us finish with episode Heresy. Have all that content in the game and just let it coast. That's what they should have done. So, Matt, look what I did. I did a thing. I did the thing. All 500s. Let's go, bro. Now I got to be convinced and try to figure out why I need to go to 550. Grave, my favorite encounter, or the best encounter I still think that they've ever made, is Riven Legit. I think it is a master class. But the final encounter of the Epic Desert Perpetual may be better than Riven Legit. It is one of the coolest things I've ever done. Like when you get it, dude, it feels so good. Like when it clicks for you what you're actually doing and how you're putting things together. So good, brother. Dude, if they would have been like at the end of episode Heresy, if they would have said, hey, you guys have the Dreadnought now. Like if we would have somehow taken over the Dreadnought, this one here is Assassin Syntheseps. This is the one I used forever. I think I actually got this my very first roll. I don't know if this is the one that was my very first roll, but I'm pretty sure that this was my first roll here. I love this, dude. Just be able to go invis, proc knockout. So you're going invis, procking knockout all at the same time, and then you get that Syntheseps buff. You are basically healthier. Like the most dangerous thing for me as a Titan right now is when I'm exposed and just out and there's snipers around. But if I'm chilling there and I got enemies around me, I'm good, bro. Ooh, Immo though, nice. Bro, what they really need to do is they need to just go ahead and, sorry to any of my OG Xbox and OG PlayStation, like PS4 and Xbox Ones, but they got to get rid of it, dude. I mean, have you guys seen this season alone, dude, we've had so many issues that have come from certain certain pieces of armor in how they interact with like the Xbox or the PlayStation. It's ridiculous. Yes, Grave. So this is what Rail Creep told me yesterday. You can buy it. You can buy an exotic class item. So here's what I've been told. You can buy an exotic class item from Eva in the tower. Once you buy that exotic class item, you can now go and open chests, complete various activities on the Pale Heart. And as you're doing that, you will be able to get access to that. You will have them drop randomly. I don't know if that worked like that before, but I hadn't had any confirmation. So if you come in here and you spend your candy, you can spend your candy on the class items. Once you get the class items, if you've never ran Dual Destiny before, then what you can do at that point is you can just come here. You can go to, let's go to the World tab. You can go to Destinations, and then you can go to the Pale Heart. Once you're here, you will be able to just explore. You can explore the world, do anything of that sort. However, if you don't want to do that, you can go over to the Lost City. And if you have ran Dual Destiny, that is, you'll be able to go to Lost City. You can talk to Ghost. When you're talking to Ghost, you will be able to attune to a specific armor, substat, whatever you want. So if you want Syntheseps, give yourself the best chance to get that. And then to Graves' question, you can go in and at Xur, you will be able to buy. However, the main thing that this prevents you is that you cannot attune at Ghost. That is the biggest thing that you have to do Dual Destiny for. If you get from Eva in the Pale Heart, if you get from Eva in the tower, you can get them openly from the Pale Heart. You can buy from Xur. You just cannot focus until you do Dual Destiny on that character. So, and like was just mentioned, if you buy from Eva, they have a chance to drop. I don't think it's guaranteed, but they have a chance to drop 2 class items per purchase. So 2,500 candy, you could get, 2 class items. That's insane. That's a low price. So that's what I'm talking about, bro. I don't know if it's guaranteed. Mr. Violent, what's up, man? If it is guaranteed, then it's stupid that Bungie didn't say anything about it. Like, why wouldn't they tell us that? Or what they should have done is they should have said that it was, they should have did like a marker in the game where it said that it was, real creep, I'm about to hop off here, so I'm gonna hop out of here. Appreciate you, bro. What I think would have been smarter is for them to do it as if it was a sale, like a flash sale. If they were going to do that and allow it to be basically a 2-for-1 deal, they should have made it. They should have made something in the game say that, right? So 5 levels of 550. Hell yeah, man. I just hit 500 today for the first time, bro. So I just didn't have any, there was no real reason, right, to hop up and try to grind up to the to grind up levels before Ash and Iron, and then really until recently there's been no reason to do it. So all right, for your guys' benefit, I will come here to Eva and I will purchase 2 class items here. So, or we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's test right now. We've heard that you can buy. You just buy from Eva, and you are guaranteed 2 class items. Let's see if that works right now. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Okay, I just wanted to record it, but hell yeah, man. All right. Sorry, I got a mint in my mouth. I want to record this thing. But I can't do it with a mint in my mouth. And you may say, well, Sax, why are you streaming with a mint in your mouth? And I'll say, shut up. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, bro. Don't judge me, bro. Stop judging me. Jake's looking right now. He's looking at me judging me, bro. He's probably not actually. He's probably playing Warframe. Probably playing some Warframe. Bro, this right here. These right here are my fucking kryptonite, dude. Kryptonite. It is green too. Not the mints. The bag. The big. All right, let's record a little should we record a little live YouTube short? I have not made one. And I know that people have already talked about this, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but let's see if I can avoid saying Zur hit the second tower this time. You guys remember that? That was crazy. That was crazy stuff. Crazy work. All right, let's do this thing. What's up, guys? Sax here. All right, I'm streaming. I'm streaming right now, and I just had my chat tell me that if I came to Eva in the tower and I purchased an exotic class item, I was told that I am guaranteed to get 2 of them. Now, I called BS. I don't think it's guaranteed. I think you for sure get 1, and there's a chance for 2. So we're going to see right now. Just a reminder, Eva is selling these. If you have not gotten them in the game, if you haven't ran Dual Destiny, maybe you don't have another partner to run with, or you haven't got to that point, you can pick these up. Do not miss this opportunity. These are super cheap. Even for 2,500 candy, you can do that. However, if you can get 2 of them, boys, you better get in here and get as many of these as you can during this event. We just got it extended out to November 11th. So we're going to go in here and we're going to purchase this and see what happens here. 3, 2, 1. I guess it's not an immediate. Okay, so I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them to drop. They both got sent to the postmaster. Let's see what's on them. So I'm attuned to Inmost Light. I had just been at the tower, or I'm sorry. I had just been in the last city through the Pale Heart. So let's go through here. Inmost Syntheseps. So God roll right there. And Inmost Scars. So it does seem. Excuse me. So it does seem that it's taking the attunement from the Pale Heart. So just a reminder, you guys might already know this, but I want to make sure. Maybe you've been off of Destiny 2 right now. You've not been playing a ton right now. If you need class items, if you need to knock out everything from your class items bucket list, so to speak, make sure you go attune in the Pale Heart, come back to Eva, spend your 2,500 candy, get these double class item drops. There's no reason not to. No reason not to. Power levels are dropping like crazy. So get in here, y'all. There's a reason to play Destiny 2 right now. I can't believe it myself either. Until next time, be blessed, y'all. All right. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'll have to cut that up a little bit. I was a little rusty with the old YouTube shorts. I haven't made one in a minute, so. And then Jake saying you need to do Dual Destiny to get 2. How the fuck do you know all this, bro? You're the one who's been in here saying I haven't played Destiny 2 since, and I've been Destiny 2 sober for 7,000 days. How the fuck you know all this stuff? I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if I can trust you. That sounds like Warframe player propaganda, brother. Warframe player propaganda. Your YouTube feed. Why? See, I think Jake has an alt account. I think he's only playing Destiny 2. And that's why he gets all the YouTube things. That's interesting. Very interesting. So, well, guys, I have about 30 minutes until my wife gets home or gets off work. And then we got friends coming in town. So I got to get some stuff ready. So, guys, thank you very much for hanging out today. I don't usually stream this time. You know, if you are not already and you're over on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, that means you have a free Twitch Prime. Consider using that on the channel. Appreciate you guys. We are going to be doing a Destiny 1 stream on Saturday. If you're not in the Discord, make sure that you're at least followed here on Twitch so that you can do that. I got to figure out why it's prompting people as lurking every time they do any command. But we'll figure that out as well. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go knock out some stuff before they get home. So until next time, be blessed, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.